I'm going to just avoid looking in that direction. All right. Anyway, we're here at the LCQ. Again, you know, this is a really bad draw for Punk. He has to play the winner of the LCQ, who is Nemo. And actually, it's crazy how bad the LCQ entrants were for Punk, right? Because, like, 5 or 6 people in the LCQ have beaten him before, you know? 5 or 6 people in the LCQ have beaten Punk before. So it's one of those situations where, like, if he, no matter who it is, there's a pretty good chance that they beat him before, right? There's a pretty good chance that they beat him before. So Nemo was one of those people that's beaten him in tournament. They had that close first to 10. You know, Punk beat him at ECT, but Nemo beat him at NLBC. There was a reset in grand finals when they played at ECT. It's crazy. These guys are really back and forth. In the LCQ, there was like 3 or 4 players, like I mentioned, that have beaten Punk before, and Nemo was one of them. So this is a really, really bad draw for him, I think. The key thing about this matchup is that Punk needs to stick out his normals to interrupt the dashing, and then once he forces Nemo to start going to Urian's slower buttons, you know, like forward medium punch, or crouching medium kick, or standing fierce, then Punk has to whiff punish those, right? So he has to stick out his buttons, that standing medium kick, to stuff his attacks,
but it's kind of funky to play the regular
and then whiff punish afterwards, right? So he tried to sweep whiff punish.
It's so unusual. He moves in ways that other people tend not to.
Yeah, he can't do much about that. Takes the V reversal so that he gets to create space out of the corner. Yeah, walk down. This range is bad for Urian. That's why he backdashes, right? That's why you backdash here, because in this range, this is actually really hard for Urian to stop. This, like, medium punch. He has, at fastest, a 4-frame light button, and his medium buttons are very slow. So it's one of those things where when he's against Karen, who's checking him with really fast medium attacks, he has to respect them, and that's why he backdashes. Alright, the buffer. Whiff punish, yep, that's what you do. You force Nemo to go to those medium attacks, then you whiff punish it. Once he starts swinging with his heavy buttons, right, like right here, he's going to hit fierce. You walk back and you whiff punish, right? That's what you're looking to do. That's the goal in the matchup. Yeah, Dew has a good record against Mena. That's a really hard matchup, right? Mena said that he studied super hard for Guile because he knew that Knuckle Dew and Daigo were potentially in his path. Oh, trade, yeah. Nemo almost got the combo, but the pushback is too far. On Wake Up Aegis, if they do an attack like a light that has low hit stun, he could have done EX tackle here, right? She got hit by the mirror twice. He could have done EX tackle second Aegis, but the Aegis pushback was too far.
Good decision. Such a good option to have that V trigger active straight away like that.
What do you think about Justin Wong's complaint about how commentators talked about him? I think that it's unfortunate that he could hear them during the match. That's for sure. Damn, he got him. Yeah, Kaba plays Guile, right? And, you know, he trains with a lot of Guile players, and it's very noticeable that he studied that matchup. He played it super well. It sucks, man. It's unfortunate that they could hear that he could hear them, right? He shouldn't be able to hear them during the match. Oh, wake up headbutt. And yeah, jab after. There's a lot of situations, actually, where Urian does tackle or headbutt, and he's not plus enough to challenge a 3-frame character. No uppercut. He still has V-skill. Nemo just needs to do tackle so that he can build Aegis here. Like, EX tackle will build him Aegis. Yeah, why not, right? Armor. Punk wasn't paying attention, I don't think. That's exactly what he's looking for, right? In this situation, he's V-skilled up. He has about to build Aegis. If you're Punk, you have to respect EX tackle because it's an armored reversal that will get you Aegis. Right? So down strong, or a crouching medium kick, completely armored through. Boom.
That should be the end of it.
I think you're right. He's not going to drop that. Game 1.
But yeah, I don't know. Sometimes people will complain about my commentary and stuff. It's not a big deal. My goal is to be as knowledgeable as possible, and hopefully avoid making mistakes, so that if people, oh, what a jump, Jesus, so that if people are unhappy about it, then it's not because of anything but, you know, something I say that's not to do with knowledge. He tried to throw bait him after that.
Nemo in the corner again, but fighting well from it, as he has done so far. Projectile.
GTO Akira, you say about 150 predictions a stream, alright? If you get one right, it's not my fault.
Good blocks.
Damn, that was a lot of damage to eat from just throws.
Fighting away. Nemo, pay.
That's never real. If you see a low forward from Karen
Goes in again.
Okay.
and she command dashes, you can always hit a button. Even if she tries to do a shoulder here, it's always interruptible, even at the fastest possible timing.
Fighting away.
It's really hard to
Nemo,
stop, though.
patient.
Take that approach.
Well, here's the thing. If you want a set of commentators for the stream and you want a set of commentators for the event, you have to hire double the commentators because otherwise commentators will be commentating all day. And I'll tell you this, there is a point as a commentator where you stop being able to commentate well and you just sort of lose your mind, right? Like you need enough breaks that you don't like just become exhausted and lose your voice. If you listen to me at top 8 at Evo, I lost my voice because I had already done 18 hours of commentary in like 2 days.
Neutral jump. Anti-air.
So what happens is like, you know, my voice is just wasted from talking too much with no breaks.
I feel like Nemo
And you just,
walked
yeah.
up and down back charging. Nemo
You just sort of are out of it,
Look
right?
at this. Individual hit will do
Nemo
it.
still wins in one hit here. This is actually pretty bad for Punk because it can't chip out.
Get caught. Oh my goodness.
Jesus Christ.
Takes that round with the wreckers.
He played with his range so well.
He was about to run out of V-Trigger, right? So it was one of those things where Punk was like, well, I'm about to run out. I might as well use this V-Trigger while I can and then backswing.
Oh my goodness. Punk. Takes that round with the wreckers.
He played with his range so well right there. It was outside of charge. All of a sudden, he was right in for Rekka.
I love the fact that he stayed out of wave engagement range as well, because any little mistake close enough and he
Ugh.
was dead.
Okay, yes.
Nemo going in right now. Plus, whoa, gets away with a throw there.
Is he worried about EX?
I'm not sure.
Counter hit? Yeah, you got him.
Crouch medium counter hits to conversion. This is a solid round from Nemo.
I like the jump setup. This is actually a pretty common setup against that Urian players use after heavy tackle. Timing a meaty against a 3-frame character is a little weird here, right? So a lot of Urian players will do jump. If you think they're going to bankroll, jumping short is really good because jumping short can hit cross up and land on either side. If you think they're going to quick rise, jumping heavy kick is good or jumping heavy punch because you get more block advantage, right? Hey, to be fair, look, I'm not saying that I predicted Mena to win from the start, but once I saw that top 8 bracket, he was getting the W, dude. That's all there was to it.
Very consistently, he's been able to guess what Punk is going to do.
Yeah, he's applied it really well.
Yeah, Fudo went 0-2, but I think he lost to 2 Japanese players, right? No, Fudo didn't go to 0-2. He went, he lost to, or he beat Smug.
Nemo, what was the movement? He may be in trouble because of it if there's a stun here.
Yeah, right? What are you talking about? Oh, he tried to throw bait there.
Movement. He may be in trouble because of it if there's a stun.
Filthy, are you saying that I didn't think that Mena was going to win the tournament? Is that what you're saying? When I saw the top 8 bracket, I thought he was going to win the tournament. He tried to throw bait here. But Nemo didn't give it a shit. He was like, I'm hitting down strong, dude. Are you actually suggesting that? You know there's video evidence that you're wrong, right?
Beautiful.
I guess that's, if he doesn't have charge, that's all he gets there, right?
Oh, and no punish. He expected the cancel.
You know, I literally hosted an analyst desk and predicted that Mena would win
Wow, again,
on
this
the
move is
desk
so unusual. It's so unique.
in Capcom Cup.
Where he's coming from, David.
Punk
1
again
minute
trying
he's
to
backing
outrange.
off. Yeah, not throwing any projectiles. He's aware.
So,
Tried to get him with a low.
And look at that movement from
You
Nemo.
know,
Even though
I don't know
he's
what to
not
tell
even
you.
close, he's just trying to feign whatever he wants to do. Punk was ready to
Oh, he's
block.
got him.
Oh,
He's not dead.
And a setup too.
This is actually totally fine, right? This is like, Urian with no bar here is fine. He gets the mirror. He's going to walk up. Yeah, he's okay. Wow, he jumped. That's the worst possible thing he could have done, I think. That's probably the worst actual thing he could have done. Jumping does not, like, first of all, he wants to jump because there's a tech, I get, or what did he even do? It's not a counter hit, maybe backdash or jump. Yeah, you can't get out of there. The mirror's too close.
Is that it? 2-0 up. Oh my goodness. Nemo about to
That's
shock the world
2-0.
here.
If it were a 3-0, nothing less. Wow, that would be wild. What a start that would be for Nemo.
Good grief, what a performance from this guy. I mean, I had to stop my sentence earlier.
Filthy asked to see the clip. Are you serious, bro?
After he got that luck against, do you pronounce it? I heard you saying Yoshi. Or is it?
Hochi.
Is it actually pronounced Hochi?
Hochi, yes.
What a talent that guy is. After he got that luck.
Somebody find a clip.
Nemo the whole weekend after that. And right now, at 2-0 up against the best in the world, this could be confirmation. But I've seen Punk rise.
This is one of those matchups where I feel like I don't know. I don't know what it is about this. The longer I watch the set, the more I'm starting to think that Punk was nervous or not playing the matchup the way he should have. Right? Like there's a lot of times in here where it seems like Punk is not playing the ground game he should against Urian. Like that is like, why does Punk do that, right? He's usually so good about whiff punishing stuff like that.
Just missed that whiff punish attempt.
See him trying to play a little bit of a different spot right now.
Yeah, he's got that timing on that light.
The thing is, in this matchup, you have to be super on point.
He's trying to do wake up headbutt.
Punk didn't prepare. He also didn't have time to prepare. That's true. Nemo played so well this week, all weekend long. It was crazy. I actually don't think. Oh shit! Tackle.
It was the first wake up EX headbutt.
The throw is the most dangerous thing here. He tried to throw bait him and Punk with the jab. That's actually. Oh, why in the world? Oh no, up mirror. Yeah, see, he went for the throw. Punk was in block stun because the mirror actually hit him at first. Now he gets the throw. Does Punk try to counterattack? No, he just stayed blocking the whole time. Jesus, what a hero.
He's still gonna get hit for this. Oh my god.
Yeah, the mirror is still there. He's dead.
Oh my,
my goodness.
Nemo made 3-0 Punk at the very start.
How can you guess right so many times and still die?
It's just a bad spot to be in.
So
Okay, we're
powerful, that mirror
All right,
situation.
a little bit more offense.
Very intense.
Yeah, definitely he's the best Urian for sure.
We haven't seen him take this tact.
Dogra had some good results,
Right.
but this is the performance.
All the rounds have started like this.
Yeah, he went for a wake up headbutt. One more for stun. He went overhead. Jesus. Not only did Punk miss the media, man, that's crazy.
Yeah, and a very impressive round too.
Indeed, but
It
all the rounds
started
have
off
started like that though,
immediately.
David.
Yeah, that's not the kind of man. I'm surprised at how Punk's playing right there. That's pretty sloppy. Pretty sloppy.
Punk with a little bit slower start.
Oh my god, it's match point Nemo right now.
Exactly. Nemo does have all that meter. Punk is wary.
Also, there's a lot on the line here for Punk, right? Because he's, I think, everybody's favorite to go far in the tournament. Not win, maybe, but like, you know, everybody expects top 3. His first Capcom Cup. There's a lot of pressure on him in this moment, right? You got to imagine that that's what he's worried about.
I
I feel like he's missed grabs. He's missed some.
Oh god, no anti-air.
Alright, jabbing to throw again.
He's got to play a little bit more solid right here. This is where he needs to stand and then react to the dash. Yeah, nice. React to the dash.
That was good though. Nemo
That's why he wasn't throwing fireballs earlier. Finally punishing.
playing defense.
All right, I like it.
Trigger, will he wake up with it? No, he's
Yeah, I like that he didn't go for another throw. Against Trigger, you don't want to mistime your meeting. He has juggle.
Big danger here for Punk.
One mix up. Either way.
Mirror. This is actually totally fine for Punk. Punk can fight behind this mirror. This is not a big deal. This mirror is much less threatening than every other mirror he's dealt with so far.
The mirror's gone.
Okay, and Nemo backs off. That time has run out.
One more hit will do it. Punk goes in.
Got him. Nice work. Yeah, again, Urian doesn't really have good buttons to contest a situation like that, right? Slow lights, 4 frames, slow medium attacks.
Just barely.
And Karen has some of the fastest mediums in the game, their advantage. She gets really good pressure off him.
Again, he was off on throw spacing sometimes. He didn't have anti-air sometimes. It didn't seem like maximum Punk. I gotta tell you.
I agree. Missing those throws. His defense.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there from Punk. No whiff punish right there. Oh, that was ambiguous.
So much damage.
Yep. What's funny about Mago's coaching is that everybody talks about how Mago prepares them for Punk, and then Punk beats Mago really bad.
All right, starting to see more of the Punk you were speaking about, David.
Right. That's what he needs. Nemo trying to back off, reassert his game plan. The back and forth.
Good block.
Mix up here, jump back.
The great thing about this particular
Why did he not up back? That's the question. Plus frames? Yeah, good job respecting that.
That mirror is still alive.
Put up close mirror. Yeah, in this situation, this is okay for Punk, right? This isn't bad.
The super.
Buttons, tech.
The super.
Yeah, one hit will be enough for Punk.
Oh my god. No whiff punish. You gotta whiff punish those, right? That forward strong whiffing in his face, there's gotta be a button from Punk, right? Like, he techs here, and look at this whiff right in his face. And it's like so late, right? Like complete whiff, and then he's too late on the counter hit. The jump over catches him.
And it was a cross up as well.
What the hell was that?
What a jump.
The first seed cursed? Yeah, it's 2 times now. The first seed has had a tough draw, but second seed did fine, and third seed did fine.
Was a big bet.
Why was he using standing heavy kick then? Because it's really fast. It's safe behind the mirror. It catches jumps, catches throws. It's a really good button.
You know, you think of him as being real
Whiff punish a medium button? Yeah, Punk is good at whiff punishing medium buttons.
I agree. Yeah, we actually said that at the start of the set. He's very,
Yeah, he has to respect the threat of tackle there. Ugh, he tried to whip punish it. This is probably the biggest strength, right, of Urian Fierce.
active on wake up.
The biggest strength of Urian Fierce is if you try to whip punish it like it's the slow Fierce. So if you see the animation, right, let's say you're Punk, and in this scenario, you see Urian start to wind back Fierce, and you think to yourself, oh yeah, it's going to whiff right here, right? So regular Fierce would whiff like here. But if he's charging it up, it's so late that when you try to react as a whiff punish to quick Fierce, you get crushed by the slow Fierce, right? That's exactly what happens.
He's got a massive lead now against Punk. One more hit and he's taking it. Match point
Oh, you got him.
Oh my goodness.
That's all there is. That reset is very, very powerful. Smart of Nemo to recognize here that stunning him with any, like, even if he did heavy kick tackle here, right? Or even if he charged up that fireball for extra damage and stun, it's better for him to do the medium tackle, juggle, and have that one mix-up, right? Because if he lands a throw here, he's dead. If he lands a crouching short, he's dead, right? It's really powerful.
Stun! This may be it! Is he gonna send Punk?
No, he's definitely dead. He's deader than dead.
She's done.
Yeah, he was definitely dead. He had like 3 different combos he could do right there to kill him. 50-50 and neutral A. I mean, you know that neutral in general is a constant series of guesses and reads and reactions, right? Just in general. Not even just footsies or whiff punishing, you know? Like, all of neutral is reads and guessing and 50-50s and stuff. Right? Anytime a dive kick character jumps at you, it's 50-50. You know? Just one of those things. Is he dead? Yeah, he was deader than dead. I mean, if you look at the life here, right? When he gets the stun, he can do a roundhouse. He doesn't even have to do this combo. He can do roundhouse, down Fierce, EX fireball, tackle. He's dead, right? He does double down Fierce. He could have done knee drop into EX tackle after. He could have done, I mean, anything, right? There's like 5 different combos that would kill you.
Oh my goodness.
Nemo with the 3-1 to send Punk.
There's a strange sort of, what's it called? There's a strange sort of, I don't know what to call it, reputation that guessing in fighting games is bad. There's a strange reputation. But the core of all competitive games, especially 1v1, is like you have to guess what your opponent's going to do. If there was 0 guessing in any fighting game or any competitive game for that matter, then it would just be boring because there would be no surprises. Yeah, stigma is the right word. There's a strange stigma that guessing is bad. Right? There's a strange stigma about that. I'm actually not sure why or where that came from. I think it was started because like people use it as an excuse, you know, for their losses. There's like a strange stigma against guessing or 50-50s. But that's been a core part of fighting games for forever, and it always will be. Because if there's not, then the game is probably going to be extremely boring.